Said it, I'm golden. Told you I'm shining. Had to break through. Plan perfect timing. Giving no hands. Nigga, go get it. Radix the ruler. Can't fuck with them peasants. Ones who ain't pleasant. Envy the essence. Fuck about you. More about me. I come from the land that forgotten. That league of the shadows. My city like Gotham. But now I'm the man. You gon' hear this often. Stacking these gems. The boy ain't no option. All black like he gothic. But yet he still blossom. Desire to conquer. Ain't nothing gon' stop him. Damn, I'm so awesome. Now they all flocking. But they ain't care. My close homie died. Felt suicide. And my dad's crack pipe was rocking. They see mama often. But fuck it. I'm off it. Created that funk. Almost went diabolic. Then broke down myself. I was brutally honest. Then studied the hidden rebirth to a prophet. I want my worth. For you see mayhem. You screaming mayday. Fuck what they say. Hey, I want my payday. Me off and Team Rocket. Now who would have thought it? It used to be lit. Now the gems in my pocket. I used to be stressing. Now racking up blessings. Kept manifesting. They stopped self-investing.
And my camera went out again. I have so much troubles with my camera on this. Let me know if you guys could hear me. I guess I could check. Let me do a quick sound check. But I've been having troubles with my camera here. Let me hear. Let me know if you guys could hear. So it does sound like you can hear me, but you cannot see me. Second now. It's crazy because it says it's connected on my camera, but not here. Let me remove this. Let me plug it back in. But yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome on. Hey, and we are live. Okay, let me go ahead and update this banner real quick here, as that is not the goal. Okay. And my camera is out again. All right, we'll just use this camera for now. What's going on, y'all? Sorry for the 3-minute delay here, but I wanted to come live today because, as you guys can see, 1 sub away from 5K, and I figured why not hop on stream here while I got some time, maybe get a little reaction. I waited till I was 1 sub away, 2 subs away, because I'm not Mr. Beast. I can't be 35,000 subs away, go on stream and get it like that. So I figured I'll wait till we're 2 away. Plus, I have this is the first time I've ever revealed this, by the way. I have I want to get my good, all right, we just hit 5K, y'all. Screw going to the good camera. We hit the milestone. And as I was saying, though, real quick, I have a 5K special, like a special video I've been working on that I want to drop tomorrow morning. So I had to hit that milestone tonight. But shout out to y'all from hitting that 5K. Y'all know we greatly, greatly appreciate it. We will stream here for a few minutes, maybe go like 10, 15 minutes, because I do got to get to bed here. It's almost midnight. But I wanted to come on and celebrate the 5K with y'all, and also make sure we hit that milestone so I could upload that video tomorrow. The video tomorrow that you'll be seeing, maybe I'll schedule it for 9 a.m. It'll be it's a very special skit. And what I will say is, I'll just tell y'all, because y'all the real ones for staying up at midnight. Shout out to everyone in here. It's essentially a skit where it's called Miami Heat Content Creators Be Like. And it's where, let me shut my good, you know what? Let me try one more time to get my good camera on here. Because ideally, I would like the clip to get this stuff. And no, my good camera is not going to work, man. It's something with this EVMux program, dog. And also, if you're using the brand new MacBook, they got like some limited functionality, but whatever. I ain't tripping. The Mac webcam here. Anyways, so the video I'm working on tomorrow is called Miami Heat Content Creators Be Like. And essentially, I'm parodying, let me do this, Sony USB. Essentially, I am parodying some of y'all favorite Heat content creators. We got some, it's little, it's a little skit format. We got some 5 on the floor guys. We got some Miami Heat beat guys, of course. So I did some basement guys. I did some guys who are independent on the YouTube side. So that video will be dropping tomorrow. We just let me. I should make a new banner here too, right? I guess I'll just put now. Let me do a new banner. I'll just say what can we do here? I'll just do this basic one that I got here. But anyways, so make sure y'all stay tuned because that video is gonna be dropping early tomorrow. But what I need to do is I need to at least make sure that we get a little bit more subs on this, because the worst thing that I could possibly imagine is going to sleep today, you know, posting that 5K special vid to auto upload tomorrow, and then when I auto upload, I lost a few subs and I'm not at 5K. That would be really embarrassing. Let me get to some of these comments. Andrew Chef, shout out to you, my boy. I appreciate you in here. Super Black Man, I see you in here, dog. Appreciate you. Who else we got here? Papa Hog, my guy. Box a Million, thank you so much, man. Alex Amante, when was the last time the Heat had a good rookie? Kendrick Nunn, my good friend. Shout out Monty 2K, you a real one. Russ, Twist, Frampton, I see you. Sway Trades, hit the sub button. Y'all see we just hit the 5K milestone. And in the video I post tomorrow, I do give a little bit of my spiel, thanking everyone. I did. Hey, what's good, Santi Golden Game? Listen, help my dog get to 1K subs, bro. My guy been grinding out the Battlefield content for a couple years now. He's still working on that monetization. So if y'all mess with Battlefield, even if you don't, go tap in with my boy Santi Golden Gaming, man. And you're not a part of history because you're late. I hit 5K like 3 minutes ago. Oliver Santos, if you have proof that you hit 5K, send it on over to me at AnthonyD_Heat on Twitter or Instagram, same handle, and I'll be sure to shout you out, man, because that's dope. If you are 5K, I don't know if you have some sort of proof, but let me know. Skipper, I see you. Real quick though, Andrew Chef, I saw this BS today. Wild. Now I saw it's because he agreed to be a part of the DeJounte Murray trade, something like that, but yeah, shout out to Cody Zeller. Bomb. This video not about Cody Zeller. Russ says, on the real, love seeing a brother from Broward thriving. Hey, ain't you know, boy, what's good? Broward gang, stand up. But listen, what was I talking about? Yeah, was I talking about the 5K subs? I think so. Anyways, I give my little heartfelt message in tomorrow's video. But for you guys that are staying up late for me right here, essentially, this is the coolest thing in the world to me. To be able to hit such a milestone that there was points I never thought it would be possible. Obviously, I've been doing this YouTube thing for 3 years now. The growth hasn't always been consistent, but I have stuck it out. I will continue to stick it out because the reality is this is my dream. Like, this is what I want to do full time one day. Making content creation is my passion. Talking about the Miami Heat is my passion. Whether they're great, whether they lose by 40 points in the Summer League, whether they dominate today in the Summer League, I'll always be rocking with my Miami Heat boys, and I'll always be making the YouTube videos, so I do greatly appreciate it. Big Heat Energy, what's good to you, my boy? Hey, Alondis Williams, that boy was hooping today. Get your ass out my comments, man. Go apologize to that man that you was being so hateful to on Twitter. Nah, I'm kidding. I completely get it, because I'm telling you, what Alondis Williams is to you, Javonte Smart is to me. So trust me, I get you there. Frampton, I see you in there. But yeah, this YouTube thing is my goal, man. And to the fact that, like, I've been making videos all my life, right? From when I was a little kid, you know, making hoop mixtapes and me playing on a little Tykes hoop to, you know, 5th grade class projects. I've always made videos. I've always loved to do it. I've always loved editing and all that sort of thing. And I knew I wanted to do it full time one day. I didn't actually, and I always wanted to have a YouTube channel for decades, right? But I was in college. I was studying engineering. That's obviously very time consuming, and I knew I wouldn't have the time to commit to a YouTube channel that I wanted to. But I graduated college 4 years ago now. Shit, that was a long time ago. Fuck. I graduated, by the way. I was part of the COVID class. Like, literally, we went away for spring break, never came back. So all my college friends and everything, we essentially all went home thinking we'd see each other again in 2 weeks. Never saw them again, you know? So that sucked graduating that year. My college graduation was a laggy video on the internet. But anyways, started working right away in the engineering field. Took about a year to really plan out what I wanted to do with this YouTube channel. Seriously, like, I planned this thing out, what I wanted to look like, you know. And again, with the YouTube, you can't really plan out everything. You kind of just have to make mistakes and kind of go from there. I feel like I should add another banner. I'll just put another subscriber goal. Because what I kind of want, like I said, I don't want to upload that 5K special tomorrow and then I drop under. So if we put like a subscriber goal of like 507, I feel pretty confident that way. So I'll just update that banner down there right quick. And I see y'all in the comments. I'll get to y'all in a second. But nah, I'll get to y'all right now, man, because y'all the reason I'm here right now. So let's get to it. Frampton, I see you again, my boy. TTD TDT. What's your thought on your opinion on Isaiah Stevens? I will say, I actually was kind of busy tonight. I only got to watch the first quarter and then all the highlights and rundown on Twitter. So I didn't see a lot of Isaiah Stevens today. But what I did see is he looked like a very good playmaker. I know he found Kel'el Ware a few times. And he does look like maybe he could be more of your prototypical point guard because Alondas Williams is not that. And I think that's part of the reason they decided to bench Alondas today. But if you're talking about a backup point guard that could maybe make the team, that's going to be Zion Pullen because I do think he looked pretty good today as well. King Eli, what's good, my boy? I see you. Hey, Russ, remember COVID hitting sophomore year and coming back for graduation? Completely my situation as well. Except that was my graduation, so I started working right away. But anyways, I was working for like a year in my free time, kind of sort of planning out my YouTube channel. And then I decided just to start it 3 years ago. And my first video was terrible. I think that'd be pretty fun to go check out right now, actually. So let me, we'll go here. Y'all can see there it is right there, the 5K. Now let me go share this tab instead. Look at that. Look how, can y'all see my screen? Yes, you can. Look how beautiful that 5K looks right there. You're going to make a grown man tear up. I ain't even going to lie to you, man. Well, let's go to my oldest videos here right quick. And let me switch this around right quick. Let me switch this around. This says we are, does this say we're live? Hold on a second. I'm looking at another tab on my computer, making sure the stream is up and running smooth. But anyways, let's go to oldest. Now, I have some of these like these videos here. There's like gag videos. You could see some of these pop the hell off. Look at this one, 864,000 views. It's literally just Lil Wayne saying, "Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt" for 10 minutes. I was obviously a child when those were uploaded. I also do have some raps that I started to write during quarantine. So y'all know I dropped another rap recently. I dropped a couple for the Basement Sports Network. I've been writing raps for quite a while. But this one right here, this is my first ever actual commentary Heat YouTube. And let's click on it and let's watch a couple of seconds, huh? What do you guys say? Let's see. At point guard, we got new addition Kyle Lowry. I think I was wrong about Kyle Lowry. Now, when the Heat acquired Kyle Lowry, I didn't think he sucked. I mean, I didn't think he was trash. I certainly wasn't a fan. Everybody's talking about, oh, Lowry adds this and he adds that and he has veteran leadership and he can give Jimmy and Bam breaks and stuff. But I'm like, yeah, you're adding that, but you're also losing Goran Dragic. Goran Dragic was a pivotal piece for this team. I mean, everybody knows in the bubble run, he was our leading scorer before he got hurt against the Lakers. So, yeah. Couple of things I want to point out about this first video right here. You can't see it is cut off on stream, I think, but it says 2 years ago, but I think it was like 2 years and some change ago. Can I see the actual date here? Maybe if I go to analytics, it'll show me. The upload date for that was, how do I see that? Look at the revenue, 0.003 pennies. How do I see? I got to be able to check the actual upload date here, right? Since published, so does that mean October 20th, 2021? So was that 3 years ago? Because in October 20th, 22, October 20th, 23, October 20th, 24. So less than 3 years, I guess. About a little over 2.5, around 2.5 years, I guess, is when we technically started the content. I hate long intros. But look at this. The camera quality ass, that was my iPhone. I don't know how the hell it was so ass, but it was. The microphone I'm using, I swear to God, it was from the Guitar Hero video game where you could sing and you plug it in via USB. It was USB, so I plugged it into my laptop and went with it. Now we're working with this bad boy over here, the Rode Video Mic NTG. But yeah, man, this was the setup. Y'all see I still had the Jimmy jersey, still had the ball, which, by the way, is signed by Udonis Haslem and Bam Adebayo. Won that in the contest. And we spoke for 20 minutes about my thoughts of every player in the Heat going into the season. One thing that I do remember about this video, and there's no timestamps, and I don't know if I could see it, but no weakness in my eyes outside of he's a little slow. I was very high on Caleb Martin and our defensive rebounding was last year because they gave. Let me see. year that Marcus Garrett would earn himself a t-shirt. I mean, I kind of hate to say it, but he's like Patrick Beverly and get the milk at times. He playing time next year or something on every person limit, add some to the roster, and they'll be able to get them on our defensive rebounding was last year. Rebounding for a second, we all know how. But Yurtseven, he's like a pause. Anyways, I'm a huge fan of Yurtseven. I think he's starting by January. Remember, I said this. Moving on to the two-way guys here, we got Caleb Martin. Surprise pickup. I get it. I mean, it makes sense. I don't know why I said that with such emphasis. Like, yes, he is the key piece. But I get it. Look at that, man. This is when Caleb Martin was on a two-way, dog. And I'm sitting here saying, I get it. It makes sense. And I said, I'm not saying he could be the key piece, but he damn sure was, man. Helped them get to an NBA Finals, man. MVP to Eastern Conference Finals, Caleb Martin. And here I was believing in the dog, man, when he was a two-way. Don't ever tell me that I don't believe in my guys, man. Anyways, that was my first ever video. And I remember they got much better quickly after that. Like, for example, I started doing the skits at the beginning. Watch this skit. This one was funny, I remember. Just to win the game. I hate long intros, man. Y'all can read the title. Let's get into it.
Local Channel 69 News has just received some breaking news. James Harden is missing. He was last seen getting brutally attacked by the Miami Heat.
James, please come home. We miss you so much.
Son, if you're out there, I promise we're not mad at you, okay? I'll give you the foul calls. Please come home, son. I can't.
Gotta shut that because I'm not trying to get demonetized right now, man. But yeah, man, I've been doing this with the skits, man. I was trying to see. I always told myself I'm trying to be creative off the jump. I'm trying to do something that sets myself apart. And to me, that was it, man. I think this one had a funny one too. I hate long intros, man. Y'all can read the title. Let's get into it.
No, please, have mercy.
And I gotta shut that. Not trying to get demonetized, but y'all see what's going on here. Let me share this tab instead, and then we'll go back here. But yeah, man, from the jump, I was trying to kind of keep this creative, and yeah, man, it's been cool. Here we are at 5K. All right, y'all can go ahead and drop some of your questions down below. NBA, Miami Heat, or anything else related. Let me get to a couple of these comments here. Kyle Ben getting that smoke. I wasn't big when the Heat first traded for Kyle Lowry, man. I'll put your comment up. I wasn't big when the Heat first traded for Kyle Lowry just because. Does this say we've been streaming for 18 minutes? Damn. Because they traded Gogi, man. They traded sweet little Gogi. How am I supposed to like him, dog? But his first season here, he was very good. I was high on him after that. And obviously, it was a bit downhill from there. What else we got? Yo, Tech, what's good, my boy? He just says, yo, how you doing, dog? We also got Creole King 33. He says, Kel'el Ware's first game, 12.6 and 5. Second game, 26, 11, 1 and 3. Whiteside, where at? I've seen a lot of Hassan Whiteside's comparisons for Kel'el Ware today. People were saying that he wasn't showing as much effort on the glass as he could, and other stuff among those lines. Like I said, I was only able to see the first quarter, and then obviously the highlights. As we got another sub, we would greatly appreciate y'all. Can we get to 50 or 5,007 today? Just so when I upload that special tomorrow, I don't fall under, because that would be pretty embarrassing. But anyways, yeah, Kel'el Ware, the highlights, at least he looked awesome. Most Heat fans, outside of a couple of questionable effort-related plays, they seem to be very, very happy with him. I did watch the highlights. I kind of would like to maybe go through those again right here. Let's share. For Kel'el Ware. And let's go here. And if I'm just make sure y'all can see. Yes, y'all can see. Okay. So, yeah, let's kind of go through these highlights real quick. We'll put it on mute so you guys can hear me. But came into the game. I believe he hit his first shot. It was a little hook shot here. Great touch by the big man. Not trying to overreact or nothing, but as a big, first off, the form is kind of ugly there. I will admit. Maybe he's protecting the ball good. I don't know. But I will say the form is ugly, but the touch is great. It's not easy for a big man to have that kind of touch. I'm not speaking from experience. I'm 5'11", maybe 5'10", but I'm not a big man. And I do got post game. Y'all know that if you've seen any of my highlights. I got the post game. But it is very difficult for big men to have touch. So I have seen he's had some nice finishes a couple of times. Just a great block where he smothers this guy. That's what a great shot blocker will do. If they get beat off the dribble, you'll want a guy who's fast enough to recover. And look at Kel'el Ware. Excellent timing, excellent placement to get his hand on the ball. That's good basketball. And in my last Kel'el Ware video, when I talked about instincts, defensive instincts, it's that. Because that's what the good shot blockers do. If Rudy Gobert had someone blow past him, he ain't getting that block because he's too damn slow. What else we got here? Kel'el Ware. Again, a nice little post-up touch for him. Great touch by him. The fact he was able to get that to bounce in, it shows the soft touch, and he makes it look easy. But I'm telling y'all, that is not easy. That's a very positive sign for him. Looked like he might have traveled there, but I do like the aggressiveness inside the paint because I feel like he wasn't as aggressive as he should be at times over the last, I guess 2 games now. But I'm hoping it's more of a weight thing. Again, like I was saying, a lot of people were thinking it might be efforts. I'm hoping it's more of a weight thing, and once he gets his weight up, he feels more comfortable sort of banging bodies down low. But here's again, Stevens up to the lob to Ware. Great pass by Stevens, kind of like we were saying. Another emphatic jam by Ware inside. You could see here clear as day, he's by far the tallest guy in the court, so he should be dominating like this. So I'm going to say I'm glad he was. I'm not going to be like one of those people on Twitter that said, oh, I don't care what he did. It was against a bunch of 6'3" guys. Okay, and he's supposed to dominate, and he did. You can only play who's in front of you. That's what Kel'el Ware did, and he looked very, very well, just taking advantage of mismatches all day. Here's another example. Got the short guy on him. The drop step to get inside him. Look at this is a move, guys. This is not overpowering your defender. This is showing some skill. Shows he sees the body. He sees the reach on his left side shoulder. Let me teach y'all something about post work. When you posting up, this is exactly how you want to be positioned. You don't want to have your face facing the baseline so you can't see anything. He has his body facing outward so he could see cutters, shooters spotting upside. He feels the defense on his left shoulder there. So what does he do? Oh, I got to go back streaming. So what does he do? He takes one dribble, drop step, uses his right shoulder as leverage to seal off the defender, has the mindset to pump fake to get the defender jumping. Easy dunk for Kel'el Ware. Again, this is beautiful ball. This is offensive skill. And it doesn't look the smoothest, but he's showing an ability to have some versatility on the end. Just, again, overpowers his guy. Another and one. Another great pass by Stevens up to Kel'el Ware. I'm really hoping that he get like a guy like Tyus Jones or something. I think that duo would be scary. If not, Terry Rozier was a pretty good lob passer back with Charlotte, so hopefully we see some more of that. Look at the touch on that. The little running hook finger roll to just push it up there and lay it in. This is not easy, guys. And I'm not trying to overreact, but he's making things that are difficult for most 7-footers look easy. This is showing me that he has the potential to actually be an offensive threat in this league. Because after one game, we knew he was a beast defensively. Now he's showing some of the range and touch on the offensive side. Another great pass by Kel'el Larson to find Kel'el Ware wide open down the middle. And look at that. The Dirk fadeaway, y'all. Look at that. That is beautiful touch. Once again, beautiful way to create separation. Kicks the leg out and gets the swish, man. Y'all know what that reminds me of? I'm going to show y'all exactly what that reminds me of. Let me go here. I'm going to switch this tab. I'm going to go here. I'm going to show y'all exactly what oh, we got to definitely mute that. I'm going to show y'all exactly what that reminds me of. We'll wait till we get to it there. So if y'all didn't see this, the little hoop mixtape I posted the other day, always got to look at that. Boom. Tell me that don't look like Kel'el Ware right there. You get except I was facing up this time. Get the defender leaning. Get that one leg out. I can't pause it at the right time here. Get that one leg out. Look at that. That's my Kel'el Ware bag right there, y'all. I told y'all. And the Duncan Robinson, the Cole Swider bag, dog. And we got I call this the Adam Sandler bag right here. The little whoop, the little slow ass hezzy. Once again, the defense kept backing up. I was like, all right, damn, I'll pull it then. Cash. Once again, leave the wrist up there. Shout out my boy Thomas. Finished the little behind the back pass I did. This one I kind of tripped after I, spun. That's why I cut it out. This one, deep NBA 3. Hold the follow through. I don't care if I got a catapult form. The follow through is good. And once again, check that out. The first one was not luck. We got another little Dirk / Kel'el Ware post fade into the leg. Hold the follow through. Nice little soft touch there. Followed by another mid range. Let's go back to Twitter though. Y'all don't care about my highlights, man. Let's see what else we got here on Twitter. Big center from this. Best center from this draft. Hey, Big Heat energy. I wanted Deron Holmes. We'll see what he does. But through 2 games, Kel'el Ware has showed a lots of potential there. This is what we were talking about earlier with Cody Zeller. I don't know if he just signed straight up, but it says he gets $200,000 more for participating in the Murray trade. Either way, why the hell is he on an NBA roster? I don't know. The Heat do play the Lakers Wednesday in Summer League, so that would be kind of fun. Bronny James sat out today with some precautionary knee stuff, so hopefully he plays Wednesday. I'll be curious to see what happens. And I'm also curious to watch Dalton Connect, because y'all know he was my favorite prospect coming into this draft over here. Hey, I'm all for overreactions, man, and I love this tweet I seen earlier by my guy Royal. Is Wemby 3 first-round picks better than Kel'el Ware? I don't think so. Royal, you know I agree with you on that. And Adam obviously points out the joke there. I'm not going to lie, and I'm ashamed to say this, but I've said it before, so I'll tell y'all too. When the Donovan Mitchell, first left the Utah Jazz, I was one of those ignorant Heat fans that said, Donovan Mitchell is better than Tyler Hero, but he's not 3 first-round picks better. Now, of course, he's about damn near 10 first-round picks better. But at the time, I was ignorant. Posted this an hour ago. We were 5 away. I wanted to get close so we could hop on the stream and react together. If y'all missed it earlier, we did hit the 5K subs. My reactions at the earlier of this stream. Anything else interesting here? Let me see. The OGs, man. If y'all ain't tuned into the OG show with Mike Miller and UD, you got to check it out. Oh, that show is so damn good. Their most recent episode was with Mike Bibby, which surprised me because I just got this. I always had this mindset that the Heat didn't like Mike Bibby. 1, because he kind of played like crap here. And 2, Dwayne Wade threw his shoe like a year later, which made me think he didn't like him. But yeah, they love Mike Bibby. Shout out to Bam Team USA. I'm looking forward to seeing this. I don't know how much PT Bam's going to get, truthfully, because he's playing behind Joel Embiid and a couple other guys. But hopefully Bam gets some run, because I think that'll be pretty cool to see. I love seeing Jaime Jaquez, man. He was on the select team for Team USA, basically practicing versus the big dogs, and seeing Jaime Jaquez go to work with the spin move, the footwork. Oh my God, I love the footwork, man. Y'all know I love it so much. Got his own rebound there and the nice little pass. Hockey assist to, who is that? Who the hell is that? Am I tripping? Who is that? So he first does the pass to, why did that look like Drew Peterson? Am I tripping, chat? I have no idea. Is that Jordan Nwora? Why I feel like it's kind of Jordan Nwora. I don't know. I'll check the comments in a second here. Did anyone say here? What's a Nimrod? What are you referencing? Trivimonati. Please stop following my team. Go away. Daniel Valdez. I'm reading these comments backwards because I'm behind here. Let me finish this Twitter feed because I ain't looking at it a little bit. Maybe there's some other interesting stuff here too to talk about. The Wembanyama versus Kel'el Ware comparisons coming up. I love to see it. Bro, Adam been sending this every day. Why is Tyus Jones still a free agent? I don't know. Is the market that dry? Can we get him for that $5.5 million that we currently blow the second apron? Sheesh. Can we somehow shed some salary to bring him in? Probably not. I've talked about that a ton because the only salaries they could kind of shed is like Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, or Kel'el Ware. And those guys make a ton of money. Shout out to the 3 subs we just got. I greatly appreciate y'all. I'm going to get through some of these comments here real quick. And again, if y'all have any questions about anything, Heat-related, NBA-related, life-related, YouTube-related, content creation-related, let me know down in the comments below. Looking back at it, I was right about Kyle Lowry. Damn straight. Demonetized at 5K is wild. Well, no, it would just be for this video, which I'm still confused on how much money I make on streams because they're very long, so I don't know how much ads they do. And truthfully, the other streams I've done, I haven't made a lot of money, which is confusing because I thought the longer the video, the more ad revenue. But I don't know. I don't do this for the money anyway. So the goal is to do this as a career one day, but I make videos now because I have fun doing it and stuff specifically, and doing the stream just because a lot's been going on with the Heat. Great Summer League game today, so I kind of would come on here and talk about it. You heard we're not getting what with regards to what? Anyways, these are my thoughts on who is going to make the team out of the Summer League. Zion, Pollard, Cole Swider, Isaiah Stevens. Well, Cole Swider, Zion Poulin, and Kashad Johnson are already on the two-way contracts. So I think they will definitely keep their spots. Obviously, we didn't even talk about my boy Keshad Johnson yet. I said that dude was I said buy all the Keshad Johnson stock. I said that's my dude going into the summer league. And Anthony was pretty good today too. Defensively, had a couple of nice dunks. Athletic as all hell. Hit a nice corner three off the catch and shoot. So I love everything I'm seeing from my guy Keshad Johnson so far. Where I need to watch Wemby film and get a little freaky. Let's do baby steps. Let's have Kel'el Ware watch like some Chris Bosh film first. Yeah, I know he's a Hall of Famer. I'm talking about baby steps, but get a little catch and shoot game going before you try to go all crazy like Wembanyama. I just got a comment that said, "What are you smoking?" What is this person referencing to? Oh, he's commenting on. He's replying to my comment I put on Tobin's video saying not to overreact, but Ware is better than Wembanyama. Obviously a joke. My boy Frampton said a Porzingis / Whiteside combo with a touch of Nowinski. He needs to bulk up a little bit. Hey, tell me about it. I'm certainly one to overreact, and that based on what we saw today, I could see it. Troy Ortiz says, Ant, would you agree we should trade lazy Jimmy and rebuild with our young core? Jimmy doesn't want to play in the regular season, so what's the point? I've been very vocal. First off, obviously I love Jimmy Butler, right? So that being said, I'm going to be honest, because that's what I pride myself on doing. Is I don't have an agenda. I'm a realist. I'll tell it how it is. Last year's season for Jimmy Butler was complete BS. To know what happened the year before where you were the 8th seed and it took a magical run just to make the NBA Finals, and to know how difficult that was, and still coast this regular season, even towards the end of the regular season, when you saw that things were trending in the same direction to be a playing team, and to still go out there and look like you didn't care sometimes, that was ridiculous. And to make that much money, to say you want to win a championship, to say you only care about the playoffs, but then you didn't even get to play in the playoffs because you was in the play-in, that's BS. He needs to do better, and I think he will do better next year. All the talks were when he decided he wasn't going to sign an extension is, hey, I know I need to get my crap together, and I need to play balls to the walls so I can opt out of my deal next year and then sign for, a 3 or 4 year max after that. Jimmy does not get that money without going crazy next year. Now, if Jimmy doesn't go crazy, he still does actually have a player option. So he might still opt into that. So it's not like he would walk for nothing if he plays terrible or that he could get him for cheap. I want Heat fans to know that he's not technically an expiring contract. But no, I don't think we should trade Jimmy Butler just because he's a superstar to the highest degree, I believe. Because when the games matter most, he is that guy, and that's what I value more. And I don't think guys like that just fall off of trees. I just think he needs to get his act together in the regular season. And I think he will. Because a lot of Heat fans saw Pat Riley come out with those harsh, statements in the postseason presser and said, hey, Jimmy's not going to like that. He's going to want to walk. I disagree. I think Jimmy Butler enjoys confrontation, and I think he heard those words that Pat Riley said, and Jimmy's not an idiot. He knows he was on some BS last year. So I think he appreciated Pat Riley calling him out, and I think he said, hey, that is kind of crazy for me to ask for a max extension after doing what I did last year. And I think he's going to go out this year. Troy Ortiz is an absolute fool or tool because of what he said about lazy Jimmy. Hey, guys, keep it nice in the comments here, man. I get what Troy is saying. Do I think Jimmy Butler's lazy? No, of course not. But was he on some BS in the regular season? Yes. Daniel's pushback, though, to Troy said, imagine wanting to trade a guy who willed us to 2 NBA Finals in the last 4 years. Tool activity and also stupid, to be honest with you. Okay, Daniel, let me, while I am 100% with you, I shout out to the person who just subbed. We appreciate y'all. While I 100% agree with you, I do not want to trade Jimmy Butler. I understand the logic, though. That's what I tell y'all when I say I'm a realist. You got to think about both sides. Because as of right now, do I think that he can win an NBA championship if healthy? No, I truthfully don't. Do I see any avenue in which they can make a maneuver to win a championship this year? No, I don't. And Jimmy Butler's not getting any younger. His trade value is not getting any better. So if you're not going to win a championship, I get the logic of wanting to trade him and trying to recruit 3 picks on a nice young player. Because now you actually have a solid base to add to your current young core. And that's how teams like the Thunder rebuilt so fast. That's how a team like the Spurs is going to rebuild so fast. Now, yes, both those guys, did get their superstar. The Thunder were able to trade Paul George for Shea. Spurs got lucky and lucked into Wembanyama. I understand. But the Heat have a Bam Adebayo. they had some more first round picks, I think they would be able to, they could, that's obviously they could use for whatever they want, to draft a good player or to trade for another great young player. Because if you trade Jimmy Butler for 3 first round picks, okay, now maybe you could trade for Lauri Markkanen. And you got a core of Jaime Jaquez, Tyler Hero, Lauri Markkanen, Bam Adebayo. That's something that could do some damage going forward. All those guys are still relatively young. So I do get the logic, although I personally don't agree with it. What else do we got here? Drew Smith isn't making the team, by the way. Wait a minute. Isn't he technically on a 2-way then also? So who is not on a 2-way? Is Cole Swider not on a 2-way? I forget then. Unless they signed Drew Smith to a standard deal. No, I think it was a 2-way. Because Kashad Johnson and Zion Pullen are also 2-way. So is Cole Swider not on a 2-way? Or did they extend their qualifying offer? Actually, I got to look into that because that's a good point. But to be honest, I would tend to agree with you. Drew Smith isn't making the team. But Drew Smith very clearly got some nude pictures of somebody to still be making this roster for like the 5th straight time. What else we got here? Andrew Sheff. Yeah, this is the biggest concern here. He says can't play Tyler and Terry at the same time. With that said, Terry and Ware off the bench would be insane. Terry needs a screener. Ware needs a creator. Yeah, man. Terry Rozier, back when he was with Charlotte, he actually was, I think, 6th in lobs per game. Like picking lobs, that sort of thing. And so he's a guy that can get them up and have given him a weapon like Kel'el Ware. That's nasty. I will say, though, truthfully, I would prefer to have Tyler Hero come off the bench just because we've seen him thrive in that role, and I don't love his fit as much with Jimmy and Bam. I just don't feel like they really work together. We haven't seen great chemistry between them, and what we have seen is phenomenal chemistry with Duncan Robinson, and I do think the cleaner fit is just simply subbing out Tyler Hero and putting Duncan Robinson in that starting lineup. But regardless, yes, that Terry Ware combo is nasty. What else do we got here? Do you think the Horse Rider could be a Duncan Robinson replacement? The Horse Rider? You talking about Cole Swider? Cole Swider, the Horse Rider? Listen, he already got a good nickname, man. He is the amazing Swider Man. And I think the reason the Heat have kept him around is to, hope that he can be the Duncan Robinson replacement if they had to use that big $19 million a year Duncan salary to facilitate a trade. I think that's the Heat's goal, and I will say they do play very similar. Well, obviously, Swider's more of a shooter, and Duncan has become more versatile, especially since last year. But Duncan was also improving defensively. Cole Swider, that was his biggest knock last season. I can't tell through 2 games if he's an improved defender. That's something we're going to need to see once he gets to the next level. But if he can, then yes, potentially, if the Heat need to move Duncan Robinson. If they don't need to move Duncan, then Swider is never going to get any PT. Maybe they could play them both. Get our own version of the Splash Bros. Just a thought. Because, bro, they said this during the first game, and I mentioned it in the video. I can't believe that Cole Swider shot. And, I'm going to look it up, too, because I guess I never even looked it up. Let me go here. Cole Swider G League stats. And I'm going to switch the stream here in a second. Because they said that Cole Swider shot 47% from 3 last year in the G League on 10 attempts. That sounds unheard of. So much so that I've been meaning to fact check it, and I have not done it yet. So right here, 23, 24, 50%? That's higher than they said on the TV. The man shot 50% from 3 on 9.4 attempts? Guys, that sounds unheard of. That sounds absolutely unheard of. How is that even possible? I mean, in 14 games, 39 minutes a night? Unreal. This is why the Heat are keeping him around. I ain't never heard of no one with a strap like that. And so far through the first 2 games of Summer League, I think he's at about 50% also. Because he had another really great night again. Well, we could check real quick because I think the first game he was 4 of 8. And today, let's see what he was today. Today, Cole Swider was 5 of 10. So right there, 50%. That puts him a total of what? 9 of 18. That's 50% on 9 attempts, guys. He's doing it right before our eyes. Unbelievable, this Cole Swider kid. And it's tough shots, too. It's all off of movement. It's fading away. It's 4-point plays. What an incredible shooter he is. Let me see what else we got here in these comments here. Yo, my boy John. Hey, another one of my boys in the chat. If y'all into some good-ass gaming content, my boy been grinding hard doing his thing, too. Check out SR4 video games down below. Do greatly appreciate my boy Alex. You smarter than this, my boy. Don't be coming into this chat asking if we should sign DeMarcus Cousins, bro. I even posted a couple weeks ago. I did a whole series about how the Heat could get a big man. It was 3 ways: via trade, which obviously they ended up doing, or via draft, which they obviously ended up doing, via trade, and via free agency. And one of the category in parts 1 or 2, whatever, which was via free agency, I had a tier called old, don't even think about it, or something, or out the league was the nicer way I put it. And I had Dwight Howard and I had DeMarcus Cousins. Because for some reason to this day, I still get people that's asking for that. He's out of the league for a reason. Listen, I love DeMarcus Cousins as much as the next guy. He was my favorite center in the league when he was playing, outside of Hassan Whiteside. He was dominating, could get you 40 and 20 on any given night. But the boy was playing in like Taiwan. He's been out of the league for years. I hope this was a troll by you, because come on, my boy. Troy, appreciate you, my guy. Yadricio says, Dragic Lowry played well for the Heat system, but Rozier, I didn't like that change for Lowry. Rozier doesn't help the Heat system, and O'Neal said it. Lowry took us out of 6th place and gave it to the Sixers. There was no punctuation in there, but it sounds like you're doing some Kyle Lowry slander. But no, you like Kyle Lowry, but you didn't like Terry Rozier. Bro, Rozier, he got off to a bad start first couple weeks. He was hooping after that. And he really provided that dynamic offense and rim pressure that we needed. Kyle Lowry was too slow to get to the rim, dog. And because of that, they could not only get easy layups out of the guard position, but they couldn't get none of that drive and kick offense going. That drive, suck the D in, kick out, like that Jason Terry interview he gave years ago. Suck the D in, penetrate their bigs. I'm not being sus. Jason Terry actually said that. But yeah, Rozier gave that. He was actually able to get into the paint, and I felt like the offense was nice because of that. Yo, another one of my boys, Miami TVG. This dude, he got his own Miami sports channel as well. So if y'all looking for some additional Miami content, make sure to check out my boy. He actually does everything Miami. Miami TVG, if you watching this, you taught me something new the other day. I had seen your video on the Miami Sharks, the rugby team. Got to be honest, I had no idea that there was a professional rugby team in Miami. So I do be checking out your stuff on occasion, and you did teach me something new. So I do appreciate the content. I also like that you're doing Inter Miami stuff and a few other hockey sports, because there's no one else doing that on YouTube. So I do appreciate you. Keep doing your thing. Do you think Hero with his bad chemistry with the Heats? Do you think Hero has bad chemistry with the Heat and Butler as well with their friction worth building this season? Butler as well with their friction worth building this season. Butler friction? I don't think Butler has friction with the organization, if that's what you're saying. Tyler Hero, I definitely do, because I don't see how you can like a tweet saying free Tyler Hero from the Heat and not have friction. But do I think it's worth building? That's a difficult question to say. I could tell you I think the Heat are trying to trade Tyler Hero, and I think nobody wants him. I think the Heat have been trying to do that a ton, especially after Tyler Hero liked those tweets, but I don't think it'll happen. But Tyler Hero is not a bad basketball player, guys. He doesn't fit in that starting lineup. I would love to see a starting lineup of Terry, Duncan, Jimmy, Jovic, Bam. Off the bench, give me Tyler, Kevin Love, Khalil Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Josh Richardson. I think they have a lot of versatile pieces they could bring in off the bench there. He's going to be the 8th seed again. Seeds coasting to the playoffs. Regular season won't matter much. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, if you ask me to make a prediction, as it is, what seed the Heat finish, I'd probably say 8th, because that's where they've been 2 years in a row, and they haven't changed the roster much. And the definition of insanity is, running it back and hoping for different results. I'm not insane. I don't think so. So, sure, I'll say they'll be an 8th seed and maybe losing the plane, maybe make it. You could argue there's good to both, truthfully. Armstrong, I appreciate the support, my guy. As we did hit 5K subs earlier in the stream. Y'all can scroll back, check out the reaction if you wanted to. I don't think Butler's disgruntled, man. I really, really don't. I think he appreciates the confrontation that Pat Riley gave him and appreciates that he spoke his mind. And I think we might get another funny Jimmy press. Hey, we got another sub. Let's go. Appreciate y'all. And I do think we're going to see Jimmy Butler come into that preseason press conference, maybe do another funny costume, and I think the vibes will be immaculate again. Hopefully he carries those immaculate vibes to the basketball courts. What else we got? Khalil Ware needs to watch Hakeem Olajuwon film or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Listen, I'll show y'all again. This man right here, y'all. Favorite player of all time, because I love the footwork. If y'all been watching the channel, y'all might have heard me say I got a foot fetish for the footwork of Kamehame Jaquez Jr. And while I am being kind of satirical there, talking about foot fetish, whatever, I like footwork. I can't lie to you, man. I fell in love with Hakeem as a kid, bro. Watching his highlights, watching that famous clip specifically versus David Robinson, where he made him look like a dummy. And ever since that day, I said, I want to learn footwork. And if you can ask anyone in the chat. There's a couple people in here who have hooped with me in real life, and they know that I got the footwork, man. Can we talk about Alanis Williams? Yeah, man, I was happy to see the Heat go back to Alanis Williams on the two-way last year after picking some other guys instead of him, because he was very clearly a bucket. Not the best of shooters, but he's a guy that could score, and that's not what the Heat could do. He obviously had a 55-point game in the G League, had a 45-point game in the G League, so I was happy to see him be, an actual two-way guy last year. Now, hey, we hit the goal. Let's go. Greatly appreciate y'all. I can't scream because I do have people sleeping in the house. Anyways, what I was hoping for from Alondas coming into this summer league was to be better than he has been so far, just because he is essentially considered a G League veteran at this point, and that's usually when you like to see the more experienced guys set themselves apart from the rest. We saw Max Strus do that one year, where you could see him play, he hit that game winner, and you said, this guy is better than everyone else on the court. He will contribute for this team. Sure enough, he did. Now, obviously, in the first game, Alondas Williams was terrible, 0 for 9. Tonight, his numbers off the bench was 4 for 8, so he was better. 9 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Stuffed up the stat sheet a little bit, but I personally like Zion pulling more. I just feel like he's more of a versatile guy, and the Heat have scores, right? They have a Tyler Hero off the bench, or a Terry Rozier, or Duncan Robinson. I think Jay Rich is fine at that as well, but what they don't have is a true point guard. And you get a guy like Zion Poulin, who had a 5-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio last season. I do look for him to get some more run than Alondas. Miami TVG, Pat Riley calling out Jimmy Butler should be his wake-up call to be serious and better in the regular season. I do hope him and Hero can figure something out and build that chemistry again. I'm not worried about Jimmy. Tyler Hero is a different story as far as, the getting along with people in the locker room, I suppose. What else do we go at? Bro, what is it? I've been seeing more of these comments, unless it's the same guy. Shout out, Rodney. What's up to you, my boy? He said, Spo must go, can't coach, period. Need big change in coaching, seriously. What's the logic there? Like, Spo's been working with what he's been given. Like, look what he's doing with all these guys that come into the team. Look how everyone that leaves is not as good. Heat fans are mad that we lost Kendrick Nunn and Gabe Vincent and Max Strus and Caleb Martin. Like, Kendrick Nunn left and was terrible. He was hurt, but when he came back, he was terrible. Gabe Vincent left, and he was also hurt, but when he played, he was, not great. We're going to see what happens with Caleb Martin next season. Max Strus has been hit or miss, certainly not as good as he was here. Didn't have the same kind of impact. Like, guys aren't as good when they leave the Miami Heat, and I think a big reason for that is because of Coach Spoelstra. Andrew said it's the same. We signed Alec Burks so quickly when you still got guys like Lonnie, Tyus, and Dennis Smith Jr. still waiting to get signed. Well, Burks did go for minimum. They still have technically 2 more roster spots left, but you'd like to keep one open for the buyout market, so they could still get, a Lonnie or Dennis Smith Jr. Tyus, they have a little bit more than the minimum still to sign a guy because they got $5.5 million. I think a guy like Tyus is like $3 million for the minimum, so he could get a little bit more, but Alec Burks is good, man. Alec Burks had a good playoffs. He's a very, very good shooter. I love Lonnie Walker. I love Dennis Smith Jr., but they're just not the kind of shooters that you get with Alec Burks. Obviously, they got a lot more athleticism, but he picked up some athleticism. They got Keshad Johnson. They got Kel'el Ware. So maybe that's why the Heat valued the shooting aspect a little bit more with Alec Burks. What else do we got? They paid Duncan Robinson $90 million. And I've got to be honest, I absolutely don't think he's worth it. Well, I'll tell you this, 2 years ago, hell nah, that boy had the worst contract in the league. But last season, hey, that improvement that he took cannot be understated. And when you compare that deal to what other guys are getting in the league, you tell me his $19 million is not worth it when Tyler Hero's getting $30 million. Maybe that's not the best comparison because Tyler Hero is overpaid. But for a shooter, $19 million alone, I think is good value. And Duncan Robinson's shown that he's so much more than that. And look at the kind of chemistry he has with your cornerstone, Bam Adebayo. You just gave Bam a 3-year extension. You're obviously going to build around him. Him and Duncan just have a perfect connection that anyone can see. That two-man game they have both ways, from Bam to Duncan, Duncan to Bam, is truly beautiful. So what else do we got here? Dwayne Walker says Lonnie Walker can play in Miami. He just signed him. Listen, you know Lonnie Walker went to my team, baby. University of Miami. Super athletic. Does have some experience in this league. Had some great games with the Lakers. I think some of them might even been in the playoffs or big games down the stretch. So he does have some experience, and he's a guy that I'd like as well. We'll see what happens. I think they'll be getting at least one more guy since they just waived Orlando Robinson today. I'm still hoping they make some trades, though, to maybe open up a few spots. You know, a trade that I keep talking about is if you can offload Tyler Hero for Dorian Finney-Smith and Dennis Schroeder. I like that as well. So maybe they're looking into something like that. Yeah, see, just because as Andrew Schefter said here, we need perimeter defense. By the way, the Heat still might get Haywood Highsmith back. I guess I should mention that as well, as you know, because as we talk about perimeter defense. But if you trade out Tyler Hero, you get DFS, you get Dennis Schroeder. Schroeder is a pest on the defensive end on the perimeter. Dorian Finney-Smith can hold his own there as well. He's a very versatile defender. Yes, neither one of those guys is as good as Tyler Hero, but I think they fit better. And now if you trade for those guys, now Alec Burks signing makes more sense because he sort of can be that scorer off the bench. Ware will be good in 2 years, not right away. Yeah, I don't want to rain on Heat fans' parade today because we all had a fun day watching Kel'el Ware. But I just want to temper expectations is all. I don't really love the stretch five, all that stretch five talk that I've been hearing, because I think a lot of people are setting themselves up to be disappointed. He's not a stretch five. He shot 1.3 threes a game in college at 43%. Yes, but one season, one attempt per game. That's not a stretch five yet. Did y'all not see that three he bricked in the first game? There's probably nerves involved. I get it. And I'm not judging his shooting based off that one shot, but you know what I'm saying? Just temper expectations there as far as the shooting. I don't think Spo will give him the reins that much, give him that much freedom. I think they'll mostly use him as a defensive big to create havoc and as a pick and lob guy on the offense. If you remember Bam, as a rookie, Bam was solely a pick and lob guy. He was solely a guy that was playing above the rim for finishing dunks. That's it. And look what he's come to today, just 5-6 years later. Shout out to my moms. We'll end the stream on this. The last person to comment on this stream. I don't know what you are doing up so late. Go get some sleep. But I appreciate you tuning in. And I'm going to leave it at that then so I can go get some sleep as well. As we did it, y'all, we hit the 5K mark. And like I said, tomorrow I have a very exciting 5K special coming up where I parody some of your favorite Heat content creators. So if you are here now, make sure to sub so you don't miss it. Turn that bell on so you know when that video drops tomorrow morning. And when it does, show a lot of love because I want that one to do well. Hopefully no one takes offense to it, but we'll see what happens. I can't control what they do. Anyways, I'm going to end the stream. Peace out, y'all.